let me discuss about the empirical formula and molecular formula. Empirical and molecular formula. Formulae, plural is formulae. Right. An empirical formula is the simplest whole number ratio. Empirical formula. It is the simplest whole number ratio between the atoms of various elements. Various elements which constitute a molecule. Let me consider glucose. Its molecular formula is C6H12O6. Its empirical formula is the simplified ratio of this molecular formula. That is, you have 6 times of carbon and 12 and oxygen 6. So you can divide uniformly by 6 so that you will get the simplified ratio CH2O. So it is the simplest whole number ratio between the atoms. What are all the atoms here? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen of various elements which constitute a molecule. So what constitute this glucose molecule? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So it is a simplified whole number ratio. Let me consider C6H6 benzene. Its molecular formula is C6H6. Its empirical formula is CH because it can be simplified as a ratio 1:1, that is CH. In the case of hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, the empirical form, this is the molecular formula. So the empirical formula will be what? Simply HO, that's all. That is 1:1. Are you able to follow? Let me consider ammonia. Ammonia is the molecular formula. NH3 is the molecular formula of ammonia. And its empirical formula remains the same because it itself is a simplified one. So you cannot change it. In this case, both molecular formula and empirical formula are same. Are you able to follow? Now, based on the percentage of elements of carbon and other elements, we can arrive at the empirical formula, and based on that we can get the molecular formula. Let me explain this with an example. A compound containing potassium, chromium, oxygen have the following composition on analysis. So here we consider the percentage of element present.